I will say it as a fan and nothing else. The offensive line obsession for these Houston Texans never stops. And now, veteran center Ethan Pocic is officially a full go after his recovery from a torn Achilles. Schefter confirmed he is cleared for training camp, creating an immediate ripple in our potential depth chart. It is fascinating because adding a proven starter like Pocic could either solidify our front or block the growth of the young guys we just drafted. And honestly, the more details come out, the harder it is to ignore what is going on behind the scenes. Smash that like button, subscribe, and drop your name and city in the comments. Let us get into it. The Houston Texans have quietly been one of the most active teams in the league this offseason, reshaping our offensive line through calculated draft selections, veteran free agent signings, and even the notable trade of long-term fixture Titus Howard. We have watched Nick Caserio and DeMeco Ryans work tirelessly to build a sturdy foundation for our squad, yet an intriguing new opportunity has just emerged to potentially bolster our depth even further. According to a report from Adam Schefter of ESPN, former Cleveland Browns starting center Ethan Pocic has been officially cleared by Dr. Norman Waldrop following his recovery from a torn Achilles injury suffered last December. Sources now describe the veteran as a full go and ready to seek a new home as we approach the start of training camp. For us as fans, this news carries a mix of curiosity and caution. We have seen our front office prioritize competition at every spot, and Pocic brings nearly 100 starts of NFL experience to the table, along with a track record of effective performance noted by Pro Football Focus, which graded him as the 20th best center out of 40 eligible players. The bottom line here is that adding a proven veteran like Pocic could offer a low-risk, high-reward boost to our interior front, especially given his past chemistry with our new guard Wyatt Teller. However, many of us are left wondering if this move is truly necessary when we already have Jake Andrews returning from his starting role and several promising rookies vying for snaps. Bringing in a veteran might provide much-needed insurance for our Super Bowl aspirations. But does signing Pocic serve to strengthen our starting five or simply block the essential development of our younger, homegrown talent during the critical preseason evaluation period? The most surprising development regarding a potential pursuit of Ethan Pocic is the reported medical clearance provided by Dr. Norman Waldrop, which officially marks the veteran as a full go for training camp after his serious December 2025 Achilles injury. This pivot comes as we evaluate a roster that has already seen significant turnover, including the recent trade of long-term anchor Titus Howard and the calculated re-signing of stalwarts like Ed Ingram and Trent Brown. The history of this move is rooted in a desire for immediate, plug-and-play insurance, especially given that Pocic logged over 800 snaps last year, surrendered only 2 sacks, and maintained a solid 63.8 grade from Pro Football Focus despite the physical toll of his position. The part fans are not ready for is the reality that bringing in a veteran with nearly 100 career starts could fundamentally stunt the developmental trajectory of our younger interior linemen, such as the rookies we selected in April. From the perspective of Nick Caserio and DeMeco Ryans, the inner circle is likely debating whether the familiarity between Pocic and our new guard Wyatt Teller outweighs the need to keep reps open for our recent draft picks. Historically, this front office has prioritized depth, yet they are also acutely aware of the sunken cost involved if they push aside players like Jake Andrews or Jarrett Patterson to accommodate a short-term rental. While the prospect of reuniting a productive duo from their time with the Browns is alluring, the decision-makers are undoubtedly weighing the risks of his recent surgery against the stability of our current internal competition. We must determine if this investment is truly necessary for a group that is already aiming for a championship, or if we have enough talent currently building chemistry on the practice field to survive the grueling schedule ahead. With our sights set firmly on a deep postseason run, the availability of veteran center Ethan Pocic presents a unique fork in the road for our front office. This situation matters because, despite the significant work done to renovate our trenches this offseason, securing the absolute best combination of 5 linemen remains the final puzzle piece for DeMeco Ryans. Integrating a player with nearly 100 career starts could immediately stabilize our interior, providing a reliable safety net should our younger developmental prospects face early struggles during the grind of training camp. If Nick Caserio decides to make a move, we would see a meaningful shift in our depth chart, effectively pushing several unproven assets into a more intense competition for roster spots, and likely elevating our overall floor in both pass protection and run schemes. This added veteran poise would prove vital during those grueling November and December matchups against teams like the Colts or the Titans, where interior pressure often dictates the outcome of tight divisional games. And the more I look at this, the clearer it becomes that Pocic represents a low-cost insurance policy against the unpredictable nature of injury. Adding his experience directly impacts our standing within the AFC, as fortified protection is the most effective way to protect our signal caller and ensure our offense remains explosive against elite defensive fronts. While we have plenty of internal options, bringing in a proven commodity like Pocic could be the difference between a good season and a championship-caliber campaign. His past chemistry with our own Wyatt Teller is a nuanced advantage that could accelerate our offensive rhythm, allowing us to hit the ground running when the real action begins this fall. Balancing current roster depth against the potential for an upgrade is the defining challenge for Cal Mcnair and the leadership team as they refine this group for greatness. Bringing in a seasoned veteran like Ethan Pocic offers a compelling case for bolstering our offensive line. Given his established chemistry with our new guard Wyatt Teller, the potential for seamless communication on the interior is undeniable. And here's why that's a big deal. The transition from one team to another can often be difficult for linemen, but having a built-in rapport allows for quicker execution and a stronger foundation in both pass protection and run blocking schemes. His experience with nearly 100 career starts provides a safety net that could prove invaluable during the rigors of an NFL season. Conversely, we must acknowledge the significant depth already present within our roster. With Jake Andrews returning, the addition of Evan Brown, and the presence of developmental prospects like Keelan Rutledge and Febechi Nwaiwu, our internal competition is already quite intense. Bringing in another veteran could inadvertently limit the vital practice repetitions our younger draft picks need to truly flourish this year. While Adam Schefter reports that Pocic is cleared to play, analysts across the league remain divided on whether a team as deep as Houston needs to expend additional resources on an injury-prone veteran at this stage. Some media outlets suggest the front office might instead weigh options like pursuing other available free agents or simply trusting the current rotation to develop during training camp. Here's where I land on this. While the familiarity with Wyatt Teller is a nice talking point, I believe the risk of disrupting the progress of our younger interior players outweighs the moderate gain of adding a veteran on a one-year deal. We should be patient and see how our current group performs under pressure before making any rash moves to adjust the roster composition this late in the offseason. Adding a veteran like Ethan Pocic to our roster signals that the Houston Texans are committed to maintaining a championship standard of depth through every single phase of our development. This front office is clearly playing the long game, ensuring that our offensive line does not become a point of failure as we contend for titles over the coming seasons. Think about it this way. Bringing in someone with nearly 100 starts provides a safety net that could be invaluable during the grueling grind of a full season. You should feel encouraged by this aggressive approach because it shows that Nick Caserio and D'Amico Ryans are not content with simply being good enough. They are constantly searching for marginal gains that separate playoff teams from Super Bowl winners. While we have plenty of internal candidates like Jake Andrews, Evan Brown, and our rookies fighting for those interior spots, having a battle-tested professional like Pocic would only sharpen the iron within our own walls. It is a classic strategy to prioritize competition, ensuring that the best 5 men earn their place on the field regardless of their pedigree or past draft status. The potential reunion with Wyatt Teller adds a compelling layer of chemistry that could stabilize our protection schemes immediately if the staff decides he is the right fit for the rotation. We are building a franchise that refuses to leave anything to chance, and that mindset is exactly what our organization needs to reach the next level. Would you prioritize signing the experienced veteran Ethan Pocic, or would you rather commit all available practice reps to our younger developmental talents like Keelan Rutledge? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Toro time. I'll see you in the next one.